All right, so I wanted to make this kind of quick video talking about the new legendaries that are available with The Only Way that was just recently dropped last week for Visions of Eternity. We have two new legendaries, one being Strife Unending and the other one being Stella Radiance. Now, or Stella Radiance, I think is how it's pronounced. The legendaries themselves have really cool effects, like the Strife Unending or Unending Strife, it has a glowing effect of the swords, and then the more kills that you are on, like the more kills that you get for your kill streak, it starts glowing differently, and it shows like a different color, and all that. It has Warclaw that pop up. It's really, really cool. And then Stella Radiance just has that glow that's around your head. That's really cool as well. But there's a problem, and the problem is that Stella Radiance is, in my opinion, absolutely like ridiculously overpriced. Now, I understand that legendaries in this game are going to be, they should be, you know, a little bit grindy. Like, you should work through them. And personally, I've been in a really good kind of flow of grinding my own legendaries. Like, I just finished up the legendary spear from Janthier Wilds, and now I'm working on a Gen 2 hammer. Like, that's really cool. Like, I'm having a good time. I love doing that. When Stella Radiance came out, I was like, that's going to be a cool effect. I'm going to start working on that, see how difficult it is. The base price for these items, but the base price for that item alone, I mean, you get a quarter of it right there just by finishing the chapter. Okay, that's cool. All right, you know, there's going to be some kind of give or take after that. It costs 7 million karma. Like, holy crap. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, if you are consistent with grinding and doing stuff like that, yeah, eventually you'll get there to the point where you can purchase them. But 7 million karma. Let me put it this way. I haven't really spent much of my karma on anything during my playtime, and I only have 3.5 million. And it's like, I can't fathom dropping that much karma on an accessory, when in comparison, like, I can get another accessory from one of the other Living World seasons, right? Like, because again, at the end of the day, what is the accessory doing? It's supposed to be, you know, have a cool effect and do all this. I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to sound old in this regard, but the idea of a brand new accessory being that pricey with just karma, and that's not to mention the research notes. The research notes as well. For research notes, it's 50,000 research notes. To put that into perspective, that is like incredibly pricey. If I remember correctly, I needed research notes for the legendary spear, and I think like I ended up dropping like maybe 100 gold on it or something like that. Like, I remember it being expensive, but 50,000 research notes on top of 7 million karma. Good gracious. Like, that one to me is just so far out of reach that I'm like, I don't even know if I want to eventually even go for that. Like, I initially started out, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll start working on this before knowing the price, but it was just, I mean, like, if they cut it in half, instead of it being 200 seer stones and only being 100 versus being only 100, I might consider it. I might reconsider doing something for this and grinding out the karma, because again, during because during the Winter's Day event, which only comes around, you know, December in the year, you can grind out a lot of karma very quickly. It's like, I think I heard the number was, I might be wrong, but I heard the number was like 100,000 karma a day, but that's having everything right, hitting the areas perfectly. Like, there's a whole path, there's a whole karma farm guide that people do out there. Not my cup of tea, but the idea of it is that it's so expensive for Stella Radiance to be able to purchase that I like, it kind of turns it off for me, you know? Like, I don't want to do it, and I look at it in a broader spectrum of even that of Strife Unending. Like, Strife Unending seems really cool as well, but it cost 5 gifts of battle, which I guess with World v World, to me, that's a little bit more palatable because I know how engaging and exciting it can be. Like, I going into World v World, you always find a reason to have fun, and you don't really think about it, and you could just earn your gift of battles. That's great. You could also kind of like passively work on other legendaries, so it's, you know, like, there's more to it, but just the sheer amount of karma and research notes for Stella Radiance, and then like the amount of gifts of battles, I'm like, whoa, that is way more intense than I think that I was interested in doing. I have vision already. I might just go for another accessory. To me, that is just an astronomical price for the casual player, because again, I like to epitomize myself as the casual player. Like, I log in, play like a half hour or an hour, and that's what I get during the day. And maybe if it changes during the weekends, I might get a little bit more, but I don't know necessarily if that the target audience of casual players of Guild Wars 2 are even going to put that onto their radar. Really cool effect, really awesome way to you know, have players want to come back to grind for something, but for the general use, most people, I feel like, would just write it off. Now, again, I could be talking about this from my old head point of view, my like, oh, back in my day, you know, I don't know how you wish to look at it. But the initial idea of it being so expensive to purchase the requirements, and it's not even like it's like, oh, hey, you have to do a bunch of unique achievements, you have to do a bunch of you know, X, Y, and Z, you have to do this X factor that, you know, takes skill. It's just grind. It is just such a heavy grind that I don't know. I don't think that one's going to be it for me. Like, I really like the effects. I really like the effects of Stella Radiance and Strife Unending, but to me, I'm like, man, that's really pricey. To me, that is those are very pricey accessories, and again, I get it, it's a legendary, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt. Like, if it's something that you really want, go and grind for it, that's all you. I just don't know necessarily if that is going to be the target market for the casual player, right? Like, I don't think the casual player is going to be very much enjoy this. And that's just my thoughts. If you guys, I know that there's people who already have it, like people who probably like play nothing but World v World or a lot of World v World probably already have like 3 or 4 gifts of battle ready to go, loaded, everything's good. I have such a tough time piloting that. But tell me in the comment section below, am I wrong? Do I have the wrong mentality about this? I'd be really happy to hear what you had to say. If you guys do want to see my review of The Only Way overall, I just dropped that the other day, you can click this video here. As always, stay caffeinated, folks.